Hey everyone, Chris here from Real Rideshare Stories. If you're new to the channel and you're looking for different things within the rideshare industry, whether it's news, tips and tricks for passengers and drivers, or what actually happens on real rideshare rides, start now by hitting that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to check the description below for other helpful information and tips. So today's video is an email that was sent out to certain markets in California yesterday about some kind of change that they're making to a couple of trip fares. And this email is so vague and so unknown that it really made me look at it and question it. And I talked to a number of drivers in California who had received this email, and they don't even know what it is. And a couple of them I told when they are out driving, if they see this pop up, to let me know. And this is a really cryptic email, and it's one of those things that we don't know. But the big reason why I wanted to share this with everybody is because, yeah, California has a lot of differences than the rest of the country right now, but it's very possible that Uber could roll out all of the California changes to other states and markets, or to the entire United States, because of other states looking at trying to implement AB5-like legislation. And that would be a state that's popping up right now is New York State, my home state where I drive in right now. There is legislation both in the state and, in the state Senate and the Assembly, both at the same benchmark as where it would be on its road to becoming a bill. And then also during Cuomo's State of the Union address a couple of weeks ago, he had put out there saying something about trying to implement AB5-like legislation. So it will be happening in other states, and it's something really close to watch because, yeah, all these changes could roll out to everybody very soon. So Uber can try to stay ahead of these legislations so they can keep drivers as independent contractors versus employees. Now back to the email, and what some of these drivers are getting in California is this little cryptic email. And as you can see on the screen right now, it says trip premiums trialing now. So beginning February 18th in your city, Uber will trial a premium that will be added to the trip fare at certain times and locations. So this actually started yesterday, as today is February 19th. By raising the cost of certain trips, you will have the opportunity to earn more while also providing a more consistent service for riders. That's pretty much all it says about it. Then how it works or underneath that is when a new ride request appears on the app, you will now see trip premium included at the bottom of the screen if the trip is eligible. So now you have all that information, and on top of it, you will have the trip premium included in there as if you'd see like a long pickup fee. Now in California, they undid the long pickup fee. Apparently it is no more. That is one of the changes that they made, but I don't think many people know about that or have been talking about it. So is this something like a long pickup fee? Who knows? But then the second one, this premium will be factored into the estimated earnings for the trip on the offer card. So when you see it pop up, it'll be in there already. You just won't know what it really is. The trip premium amount can range between $1 and $10 per eligible trip. The actual amount will be shown on your trip receipt. So as this pops up in these trial market cities, then it'll pop up and it'll show estimated fare earnings, maybe like $12 to $16, and underneath that it'll say trip premium included. You just won't know what that $1 to $10 trip premium will be until you check your receipt after the ride is completed. And then underneath it says, we're constantly looking for ways to improve the experience for both drivers and riders. Service fees will not apply to the trip premium during this 2-week trial. So that 25% will not go to Uber or Lyft. So you will make $1 to $10 on that. They won't take that 25 cents on the dollar, which is actually quite amazing, I guess you could say. But it is only a 2-week trial. So yeah, it's pretty interesting what this is, because that's all the information that they have. And this is email that went out to some test markets that are trialing this for the next 2 weeks. And I'm looking at it and I'm trying to wonder, is this something to like kind of replace surge, where it almost makes like a flat rate surge again? Is this something where it's, like a long pickup fee that they're trying to put in there? Or is this a way to try to entice drivers to go into areas that, or either into areas or take rides that normally they are cherry picking against right now? Because a lot of drivers are changing how they're driving. So if they see a $2 to $4 ride come in, they're not taking it anymore. And so those people who are trying to request a ride are waiting longer and longer and longer, if they're even able to get a ride in the first place. So it's pretty interesting what's happening there. And is this Uber's answer to try to raise the rates so people will go into the areas or take those rides that other people are passing up? So that's a pretty interesting thing. That's my thought on it. I don't know. I'm trying to search and scour the internet to see if Uber has updated anything. Again, I'm talking to other drivers who are in this affected market and where they're trialing to see if they have seen this, if they see it pop up or anything. But it's only going to pop up at certain times and certain places. So again, like I said, for my interpretation of this, and I could be completely wrong, but I think it's probably where they're trying to combat people who, and this is drivers, trying to combat where drivers are not taking rides because it's either too low, meaning it's a $2 to $4 ride, and drivers are passing that up because they want to get a better ride, maybe a $10, $12, $14 ride or something like that. Or it's just in an area that drivers don't want to go into. So it could be both. I don't know. If anybody has any sort of information, comment below and let me know. Also, share your thoughts on what you think this cryptic email actually is. If you have any idea. I'm trying to rack my brain here, and that's the only thing I could think of as to what it might be. And again, this is a 2-week trial, but it's actually a pretty crazy thing just to begin with. Like I said, you're getting an extra bonus of $1 to $10 for taking a ride. You just don't know what it is, and it's kind of like this gamble when you do take it. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. And also, if you are in California and you are in one of these markets that got one of these emails, let me know what is going on. Let me know when you notice it. Is it in certain areas that people don't want to drive? Is it more on low rides or short rides? Let me know on what you've seen actually out on the road when you see this, and if you even see it. That's another thing. But yeah, like I said, I want to make sure that I cover this type of thing because this is something they're trialing, and this is something that they're going to maybe be putting out there to all of California. And then in turn, it could go to other markets in the US. And it's just something that we want to stay up on and know, because it can affect how much money comes into our pockets as drivers. So yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to see what it is and why it's being applied or where it's being applied. All right, that's the end of today's video. Let me know again what you guys think on this little cryptic email. And if you have any other information, comment below, let me know, shoot me an email, whatever it might be. But yeah, it's pretty interesting either way. Now make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you'll be notified every time a new video is uploaded. And make sure to check the description below for other helpful information and tips. And as always, never drink and drive, always tip your drivers, and we'll see you next time.